Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Let's talk about it, shall we? Hey, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to the channel today. Welcome to my Five Nights at Freddy's movie review. Oh, this is a video that has been long in the making, or long in the plan, and I have finally got around to sitting down and talking about this movie, because there is a lot to talk about in this movie, and there is a lot of things that I want to put my foot forward and just let everybody know what I think of the FNAF movie. I will just quickly put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. If you have not seen the film, I would go and recommend it. This video is about 2 weeks old compared to when the film has actually come out. So if you guys still have not seen the film, do not watch this, because this will contain spoilers. But if you have already seen it, obviously continue watching. Or if you don't care about the spoilers, continue watching as well. So yeah, first of all, let's get on to the hot topic. What did I think of the film? I thought the film was very good. If I'm being brutally honest with you, the film was a step in the right direction, I would say, for the film compared to the first. I would say there are a few criticisms, I would say, in the film just in general. The plot, I think, is maybe the weakest. There are bits in there there's a certain bit that that just kind of isn't sitting well with me. I'll get into that in a minute, but overall, like I said, I think the film's good. It is definitely a step in the right direction, and it is, in my personal opinion, it's a bit better than the first film. Don't get me wrong, I love the first film, I love the second film, but I just think that this is a step in the right direction, despite what the critics say. I have seen on, obviously, Red Tomato, or on all that the film has, I think, got like 13% on critics review, but the fan base is like 88 or something. Like that is definitely telling that the fans definitely enjoyed it, which I think is all that Scott really cares about. Scott really does not care about what the critics say. He just cares about what the fans say and what the fans want. Because let's be real, these films are made for fans. They're not made for the average viewer. They're made for people like me, people like you, I'm assuming, that are watching this video. We all love Five Nights at Freddy's. We all want to see Five Nights at Freddy's do well. So by Scott doing the way that we would like it, he's obviously going in the right direction. The plot, that is where I'm going to start with first. Also, if I just quickly point out, if I look left constantly, I've got a screen with little notes on topics I want to talk about in this review, because I've never done a review before, so I'm a little bit nervous of doing this. So if I seem like I'm just like moving my hands a lot, it is generally because I'm nervous. I've never done a review before. But yeah, the plot was good. I understand the whole the Charlie or Charlotte's motivations and stuff like that, and her feelings and stuff like that. I understood that. How that obviously she was angry at the parents, because in the very beginning of the film, she obviously tried to ask for help, and obviously the parents completely ignored her, which I don't think in a real life situation. I'm not too sure whether parents would actually do that. I think they would show a little bit more concern compared to what they did in the film. But yeah, obviously Charlotte, her motivation through the film is to eliminate all parents, or some parents. I don't know whether her motivation is to kill all parents, but it is definitely her motive is to get rid of parents, or take her anger out on some parents. Let's put it that way. Yeah, the only thing I have the problem with this motivation is when she does actually send Toy Freddy and Toy Bonnie to said adult's house. I feel like they needed to what's the word, to actually give a reason as to why she's gone for those parents. Don't get me wrong, there might be something in the film that I might have missed. Don't get me wrong, yeah, I might have missed it, but I didn't quite fully understand why Charlotte sent Toy Bonnie and Toy Freddy to those specific houses. She passes loads of houses, or they pass loads of houses, and she sends them specifically for them too. I was thinking that maybe like one way I could get around it was that the elderly man and woman, they were one of the parents that she tried to ask, and then I was kind of then thinking maybe because the one that Toy Bonnie goes for was a little bit younger, because obviously this is 20 years from when Charlotte died. So I was thinking maybe that she was something to do with the party, but no matter which way I looked at that, either way I wasn't quite satisfied on why Charlotte specifically went for those people. Like I say, it could genuinely be in the movie. I just have not seen that. Yeah. That was realistically my major only criticism of the plot. Other than that, it was all right. I liked the evolution of Mike and Abby. That was good. Vanessa and Afton, I loved that. Again, I will go into what I didn't like about the movie and what I thought they could improve on a little bit later, but I feel like I'll go into a small section here, but I feel like they needed to add a little bit more of Matthew Lillard. I feel like they needed maybe a little bit more cutscenes and stuff like that of him, and yeah, Michael Afton as well. I liked him, even though he was only there for a little bit. I did enjoy him. And it was nice to see Michael Afton obviously in the flesh, because obviously we've only ever really seen him as a purple pixel character in Sister Location. But other than that, it was nice to see him. The Ghost Hunters, they were good. Again, I'm going to go into a little bit more of them in a bit. But yeah, other than that, the plot was okay. There was just that little tiny bit at the end there, where I thought, I didn't really particularly enjoy that bit. Going on to the next bit, obviously, I'm going to talk about the animatronics. They looked amazing. They looked like they were genuinely copy and pasted out of the game. They looked great. Toy Bonnie, Toy Freddy, Toy Chica, Mangle, they looked amazing. Obviously, the wear and tear and everything, it looks amazing. The withers looked amazing. They were great. They were great to look at, and they were amazing. They've done a very good job on literally the animatronics. I genuinely cannot criticize the animatronics at all. They were picture perfect, if I'm being brutally honest with you. If I was to see Toy Bonnie and Toy Freddy and Toy Chica in a movie, that is genuinely how I would have wanted them, and that is how we got them. So yeah, also Springtrap, obviously we only saw him under a sheet and stuff like that, but he looked good even under the sheet. You could see the wear and tear of the year, I think, is between the first and the second movie. You could see him withered and all that, and obviously you could see Afton kind of a little bit, like his flesh and stuff like that. But yeah, that was good. Honestly, animatronics were probably the highlight in my mind. I like to look at them. The puppet was amazing. The puppet is, well, I've never really ever probably said this on the channel, but the puppet is by far my favorite, one of my favorite characters, along with Golden Freddy. To be honest with you, it's the core four. So Golden Freddy, Puppet, Afton, and Circus Baby are my four favorites. I love those, just how much mystery and stuff is around them and stuff like that. Yeah, they're definitely up there with they're definitely my top four, I would say. It depends on the order, but they are definitely my favorite four. animatronics. And speaking of Circus Baby, when I saw Circus Baby, I know I'm going on to a little bit different here. I was still talking about animatronics, but when I saw Circus Baby on the screen, I genuinely lost my mind. Seeing Circus Baby on the film, not knowing she was going to be there, because obviously you got the other YouTubers that have seen the set and stuff like that, like Dorco. They knew Circus Baby was going to be there. But when I saw Circus Baby for the first time, I genuinely lost my mind. Because, again, I love Circus Baby. She's a great animatronic. And, yeah, I was so happy to see her. And I spent a while, like, the first time I saw it, I was just there for the film. Like, I wasn't there looking for Easter eggs or anything like that. But when I saw Circus Baby, the first thing I obviously was thinking, are her eyes green or are they blue? Because obviously Circus Baby's eyes are the big key detail of whether Elizabeth is in Circus Baby or not. And I didn't see him in the first time, but the second time I definitely looked, and they are green. Whether that means Elizabeth's in there or not, who knows? But yeah, that was definitely cool to see Circus Baby, and I hope that again, we're gonna go on to my thoughts of the next film in a bit, but I hope she makes another return in the third film. Let's go on to I guess the set of the second pizzeria. I thought that was amazing. It looked great. The water slide or the water ride, the ball pit corner where Mangle is, the stage and all that, like the pizzeria and stuff like that, looked amazing. I loved it. It was really cool to see. The office as well. It was just like, it was genuinely Five Nights at Freddy's 2, with the mask and stuff like that, and then the two vents on the side and the massive doorway. Honestly, it was amazing to see that. That was genuinely great to see. Other than that, there wasn't really too much like set wise, because most of it, Fazfest was good actually. I enjoyed Fazfest. That was cool to see, with Toy Freddy just walking through all the kids and stuff like that, and it was just like it completely just, and everybody thought it was a costume and stuff like that, but it was obviously the actual animatronic. That was cool to see. And yeah, honestly, the set of the pizzeria was great. Obviously, we saw the ruined FNAF 1 pizzeria, which was cool. To be honest with you, they didn't really need to do a lot for that, because we already knew what it kind of looked like in the end of the first film, because we saw it was broken and everything. But yeah, the set was great. Going on to the actors, obviously Mike, Abby, and Vanessa. They were played. I know Josh Hutcherson and Piper Rubio played Abby and Mike. I cannot remember Vanessa's actress name. Please, I apologize. I cannot remember her name. But yeah, they were very good. I'd say they were better in the second film than they were in the first. Matthew Lillard, obviously playing William, was amazing. He takes that character to what I would like about William. Creepiness, the murder style and all that. It was really good. The Skeet Ultring, I think, what's his name? I can't remember. The guy that plays Emily, obviously plays Billy in Scream. He was good. The only problem I had with him and Matthew Lillard, which I spoke about earlier, is I really wish they had a bit more screen time. Specifically Henry. Because he was hyped up to be this big thing in the first film, in the trailers, and then he kind of, I think he got like 5-10 minutes screen time out of an hour and 40-minute film. So I'm kind of hoping in the third film he comes back. It's a bit of a bigger role, along with obviously Matthew Lillard, but obviously he's going to play Springtrap in the next film. But I was a little bit upset to see Matthew Lillard kind of like cut a little bit, or not as much screen time as he did in the first film. to be honest with you, I think he probably even had less than he did in the first film. But in the scenes that they both were in, it was very good. I love both the actors, so they were amazing. Afton, or Matthew Lillard, like I say, he plays Afton very well. Creepy and murderish and all that. Let's go on to the puppet, played, again, I cannot remember her name. Please forgive me, I cannot remember, but she was very good in the very first scene. She played the puppet very well, or played Charlotte very well. Again, I don't have any criticisms for her. She took puppet very well, protecting the kid and stuff like that, which obviously is the puppet's big thing. She protects the kids and stuff like that in the games and the books, and well, I don't know, does puppet even come? You know what, I'm not even going to talk about the books, but yeah, in the film she obviously does protect the kid. Obviously she doesn't really protect the kids in this franchise, in this continuity, but she definitely protects that one kid. But no, she played the puppet very well. Other things, the animatronics, so Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, or the toy versions, voice actors were great. Obviously, you got Megan Fox as Toy Chica, you got Matthew as Toy Bonnie, and again, I cannot remember the guy's name, but voiced Toy Freddy. Again, forgive me, I'm so sorry. Bad FNAF fan right here, but yeah, they did the voices very well. The only criticism I would say about I know I spoke about them a minute ago, but the only criticism I do have actually about the toys is I feel like the toys, not Toy Chica. Toy Chica was great. Toy Bonnie and Toy Freddy, I feel like they were kind of pushed to the side, and they didn't have as much screen time as I kind of wanted. I wanted Toy Bonnie and Toy Freddy to have a little bit more screen time. I wanted the Withers, to be honest with you. Again, going back to the Withers, they didn't get enough screen time, in my opinion. I don't think. It was good to see Mike playing FNAF 2. He was technically playing FNAF 2, but I don't think they got enough screen time. And yeah, I just feel like they needed more screen time and stuff like that. But obviously you can only fit so much into a plot for it to be good. Obviously, and the final set of actors I'll talk about, the final few. The guy that played Michael Afton was good. He was creepy. You knew from the second he was on set or on screen, you knew he was going to be something. He was going to be something dodgy, and he was not going to be the good guy just by his acting. He was very good. And then obviously when he said his name, Michael, or Call Me Michael, everybody knew he was Michael Afton. Even before he said his name, my name is Michael Afton, at the end of the film, I think everybody and their mother knew that he was Michael Afton, which was good. I think that was amazing. And yeah, no, and then the final set of actors that I'm going to talk about are the Ghost Hunters. The Ghost Hunters, as little screen time as they had, they were very good. McKenna was good. Obviously, she was the lead Ghost Hunter, and then she technically voiced or was part of the puppet. She was very good. Very good actress as well. I've watched McKenna in Young Sheldon. I watched that, and she was very good in that. So I came into this film thinking that she was going to be good, and she did do very well. Yeah, no, other than that, the Ghost Hunters were good. And I did always feel like that, especially because obviously McKenna was teased like with the main cast in a lot of like interviews and stuff like that. And you kind of just thought like she's got to play a bigger role than just a ghost hunter, and obviously she did. She was the puppet in a form or another. which was quite good. Next thing we're going to talk about is the horror aspect. Obviously, in the first film, obviously the big criticism was that the film wasn't scary. There was very few jump scares, if any. I genuinely can't actually remember anything that was jump scary in the first film. I might be wrong in saying that. It has been a while since I've watched the first film. But yeah, that is definitely one of the big criticisms that was from the first film, is that there wasn't any jump scares. That was definitely fixed. That was definitely the big change that happened, mainly from the puppet. The puppet was definitely the scariest thing in that film. The one that definitely got me was when Vanessa was checking out the puppet's box, and then she turns around, and then McKenna slash puppet, or Lisa, possessed by the puppet, she runs up and goes right at the screen. That got me, and it was a quite funny story about that one, actually. When I went to go and see it the first time, that obviously got me, and then I spoke to John, the angry man, about that, and he said that I got jump scared by the puppet and stuff like that, and he went on to me about, oh, you got jump scared by the puppet, well, it can't be that scary and stuff like that, and then he got immediately jump scared by that same scene, and I ripped into him about that after the film, which was really funny. And yeah, don't criticize, don't discount the Five Nights at Freddy's when it's got when they're saying that it's going to be scarier. But yeah, no, the horror aspect of the Five Nights of that film increased. Like I say, the highlight obviously was that puppet jump scare for me. Now we're going to get into a bit more of the juicy, not the juicy thing. There's obviously, in the film there was a lot of Easter eggs and stuff like that. I cannot list all of them. I only know like a handful, maybe 2 handfuls of Easter eggs that were in the film. Obviously there are so many more, but the ones obviously that I'm going to talk about are Circus Baby. That in my mind, unfortunately, I do feel like Circus Baby was just an Easter egg. I don't think she was specifically, I don't think she'll be in the third film, unfortunately. She might be in like a spin-off. There might be a spin-off, who knows, but I don't genuinely think she will be part of the third film. Obviously we also had Shadow Bonnie. When Michael was in the office, that was quite cool. Obviously had cameos from Dorko, Razbowski, 8-Bit Ryan, all that in Fazfest, which I think is quite cool even still now. And then obviously Matt Pat in Toy Bonnie, but obviously that's all cool. I'm glad that Scott is actually like reaching out to legends of FNAF like Matt Pat, Dorko, 8-Bit Ryan, Razbowski, all that, like guys that have been there since the beginning, and is like paying them respect in kind of way, like saying, hey guys, do you wanna hop on this movie? Do you wanna like a little cameo or something like that? I just think that's amazing. And fair play to them all, they did all very well. The only problem is, I know he's in there. I've still not found Dorko. I can't find Dorko in the crowd. Like I say, every time I've seen, the last 2 times I saw it, I was just looking for like secrets and stuff like that. Couldn't find Dorko. I still can't find him. So if you guys know where he is, let me know in the comments, because I actually don't know where he is specifically in the crowd. So, but I think I saw Raz and I saw 8-Bit. Other than that, I don't know where Dorko is, and there might be some other FNAF YouTubers in there. I just might have missed them and stuff like that. Also, there was, I think there was a scene when Michael was in the office, and you saw purple like eyes, and I don't know if I'm reading into this a little bit too much, but it looked like Vanny's eyes. You know, Vanny's got those kind of weird shaped eyes. I thought that was a little bit of a hint, like a nudge towards Vanny and stuff like that. But I could be wrong. And I also think in the teacher's room, you've got the schematics of a building in the background. I don't specifically, I think people have been saying it looks like sister location. I don't think it is sister location, just because it doesn't quite map out, but I could be wrong. But there is definitely a schematics of a building at the back of the teacher's like classroom when Abby's in there and doing the robotics and stuff like that, which again, that was another great scene. But yeah, I think other than that, there's probably other things that I'm missing, but on the top of my head, I think those are the top ones that stood out to me specifically. Right, now let's get into my favorite scenes of the film. There are three specifically. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the whole film, but there was three that stuck out to me like a massive sore thumb, and that was the whole opening sequence from the start of the film to the beginning credits, where Charlie / Charlotte was being chased by Afton and all that, and then she obviously dying and then getting picked up by the puppet. Honestly, that whole scene was just incredible, because in my mind, well, we've never really ever seen don't get me wrong, we've never seen any of the murders in FNAF, but seeing Charlotte's, which is by far probably one of the most important deaths in the franchise, to see that was incredible. And I didn't know they were going to quite go it as far as they would, but they did do very well. And then to see the puppet rise up from the floor with Charlotte in arms was cool. I loved that. It was just all good. Like, it was everything and more that I hoped for the opening sequence. Because even before I saw the film and we obviously saw Charlotte in the trailers, I was like, that is going to be the opening sequence. I hope that's the opening sequence. And lo and behold, my wish came true. It was genuinely the opening sequence of the film. Second favorite one, obviously I've talked about it loads, was Circus Baby. Seeing Circus Baby, like I said, when I saw her, I literally was speechless, and I was genuinely losing my mind seeing Circus Baby. She genuinely is one of my, like I say earlier, she is in my top 4 favorite animatronics. But yeah, just seeing Circus Baby was just amazing to see, just simply because I didn't even know she was going to be there. I had no idea. Yeah, and then obviously the final one was the very last scene, which was Afton, seeing Afton as Springtrap. That was just, honestly, that was just amazing to see him in his withered form and everything like that. It was cool. Right, and the next thing I'm probably going to talk about is I don't get me wrong, I'm not a lore master, and I don't talk about the lore very often on my channel and stuff like that. I might do in the future, who knows? But it was just really weird on how this film, obviously it is a different continuity to the games, but obviously we can take bits from the film that could be in the games. The weirdest thing for me, or the most annoying thing for me, and the thing that stands out, and I think a lot of people have picked up on this obviously, was, well, what does the film change about the game lore? And for me, the load of biggest things is obviously Toy Chica in the very end has spring locks in her chest. That's one of the weirdest things I feel like is in this film. Why does Toy Chica have spring locks in her chest? Because we've never ever seen Toy Chica, obviously, and well, we've seen the endoskeleton, but we've never seen like the endoskeleton of the animatronics fully complete. So for all we know, there could be spring locks underneath there. That was just really weird, and it is something that is just annoying me, that because it's not as if like Scott and the director just put them there and just left them. They put them there, and then when Toy Chica falls over, they twitch. So that it's like they're kind of just screaming, or not kind of screaming, but they're kind of trying to tell us that these aren't just here for a reason or for no reason. They are here for something, because you wouldn't make them twitch like that if they weren't there for a specific reason. I mean, to tell us that the toy animatronics do have spring locks inside of them. So that could be something that changes the lore of the games. The next big thing is the Withers, because that film did potentially take a massive shit on what we thought the Withers originally were, which were the original animatronics, but just more dismantled, because the timeline was Family Diner, there was another pizzeria, then there was the second game, then there was the first game's pizzeria. So we originally thought that the Withers were from the first location, Freddy's. Obviously that's not true anymore, because McKenna's character Lisa says that FNAF 2's location was the original Freddy's location, which again takes another massive shit on the timeline of what we thought that was what we thought was the game, or how we thought the timeline went out. But even more so that the Withers don't actually possess, or are not possessed by, the spirits of the dead kids, because obviously in the film Charlotte is the only possession of the witches of the puppet. Everybody else is under her control, and her, like, obviously she's a puppeteer, so she's puppeting them. I don't know what to think about that one, because that one's weird. That Charlotte is puppeteering all the animatronics in FNAF 2. Again, bizarre. I don't know. Again, I don't know how to make it, or I don't know what to make of it. Obviously, Game Theory, FNAF, and Dorco probably will take, and ID's Fantasy, Hyperdroid, and all them lot will probably take the reins and start figuring this one out, and seeing why that's that, and everything like that. But yeah, those tackle the lore quite a lot. The whole music box as well. I saw FNAF John bring up a good point, that the reason the puppet is responds to the music box is because obviously in the movie it remakes it for Charlie, and it keeps her, helped her sleep, and then obviously when Vanessa played it when she was possessed, obviously that kept her asleep. So so John basically raised the points, maybe Henry developed that in the games to soothe the puppet and stuff like that, which that one I can kind of see. I can see Henry doing a little bit more behind the scenes and stuff like that in the games. Yeah, there's bits and plots that are annoying, and that take the game franchise lore in a whole nother different direction. But yeah, they're probably the two key things, or the key things that I feel like could affect the lore. Other than that, there's not really too much. I also think that obviously, because we've always been debating whether Michael is an actual Afton in the games, I think this was Scott basically telling us that Michael is an Afton in the games. He is genuinely Michael Afton. I think that is now just 100% confirmed, because obviously everybody was debating whether he was Michael Emily, part of the Henry's family. But I genuinely think now this is confirming that Michael is an Afton. He is Afton's child. The last thing I probably want to talk about is where do I think the film is going to go. Well, obviously in the post-credit scene we saw the group of guys taking stuff to Fazbear Frights. or a location that is going to be like Fazbear Frights, because they said they basically quote what phone guy or radio or radio guy in FNAF 3 says that we found one, a real one. He says that in the film when he's looking at Afton. So I'm assuming we're going to Fazbear Frights in the third game. I can't quite imagine where we're going, but obviously it is going to involve Fazbear Frights. I'm curious to see where we're going to go with Vanessa and the puppet, because obviously at the end Vanessa is possessed by the puppet, which I think is a jammy thing they do, because they love to leave it on a massive cliffhanger right there, or two cliffhangers to be honest, because we don't know what Afton's going to do, because his eye starts to turn on at the very end, and then obviously Vanessa is possessed. Other than that, to be honest with you, I cannot imagine where they're going to go with this. Like I say, I hope they bring Circus Baby into it somehow. I don't quite see how they would, but it would be nice to see Circus Baby in my mind again. But it's obviously, I think it's just going to be, there's going to be like not like a fisticuffs battle, but it's going to be like a battle between Afton, Michael, Abby, Vanessa and the puppet. I think they're all just gonna, not obviously fisticuffs and stuff like that, but they're all gonna battle. Afton's gonna get defeated. I think the puppet's gonna get put to rest. I reckon maybe one of the characters might die as well. Vanessa, Michael or Abby might die in the end of the film, because obviously they'd like to do that, or they might like to do that. If anyone, I think my money is probably between Michael or Vanessa. I think one of the two. Michael Afton obviously will make a return as well, I guarantee it, because at the end he escapes. So he might, obviously he will be on Afton's side. So, but yeah, I think it's either going to be between Vanessa and Mike that might die in the end. Obviously Afton will get defeated. And I think the puppet will be put to rest. Who knows, the ghost children might come back, who knows. But yeah, I don't think like I say, I don't know particularly where that's going to go, but obviously the things that are going to definitely happen is we're going to go see Fazbear Frights, and Afton is obviously going to be in there, and then he'll escape or something. He might murder the security guard, then escape, and who knows what his motives will be in the next film. But yeah, I think that is pretty much all I really want to specifically talk about in this review. It was probably not the greatest review in the world, but obviously, like I say, this is my first review, so I'm so sorry if this was crap. I am very sorry. But yeah, like my final thoughts obviously is the film was great. I enjoyed it. And yes, I'm very looking forward to the next film. So thank you guys so much for watching. Obviously, if you guys did enjoy the video, it would be cool if you left a like and subscribe to the channel. Obviously, does mean a lot. Don't forget to go and check out the main channel. We are still playing through Poppy Playtime at this point. I think we have just finished chapter 2 of when this video might be going out, because obviously it might come out on the 21st. It'll come out either on the 21st or the next week, so the 28th. So yeah, so go check out the main channel, because we should hopefully have done chapter 2 by then. Here's hoping. And then we'll be going on to chapter 3. So definitely go and subscribe to the main channel and check it out. Also, don't forget to go check out the TikTok. That will be down in the description as always. No TikToks as of recently. I have been busy quite recently, to the point where I haven't actually been able to record too many videos in general, but obviously I've managed to squeeze these ones in. But yeah, TikTok, I don't know where I'm going to go with that one. That will have to wait and see. But yeah, so I think that's everything. Go check out Those Nights at Fredbear's. Obviously, we are in the midst of playing that. The series will come back, or the next video will come back next week. I just wanted to properly pop this video in, just so, because I feel like it's an important video, and I think as my channel is called FNAF Master, I feel like that is, I feel like I need to talk about the film. So, yeah. But, yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. See you guys.